Hi, it's Michael. It is said that our natural state is unconditionally loving, peaceful, and compassionate always, not just sometimes, always. This is also clearly evidenced by if you really take a good care of your health with the intention to be as healthy as possible and employ all the important things necessary for a healthy life, then automatically your energy is being uplifted to a higher level. So yes, our natural state, your true natural state, is unconditionally loving, compassionate, and peaceful always. So when we look at the world as it is now, and when we look at ourselves, it's quite obvious that we are not always unconditionally loving, peaceful, and compassionate, and there are people who are not at all. So how is it possible? How is it possible that from a loving, peaceful, compassionate entity becomes something that is unloving, not compassionate, and in turmoil? So when we are in our natural state, unconditionally loving, peaceful, compassionate, we are aligned with divine love. Basically, we are divine love, we are part of divine love, and basically we are invincible. And in order to bring us down, to make us invincible, then something has to occur, and the dark energies, the dark entities that have been around since the beginning of existence know this. They feed on suffering, and they try to perpetrate suffering, and they try to bring down everybody they can when they are given the opportunity to do so. So they know it. So in order to crack your self-defense system, your divine love core, something has to be introduced, something that doesn't belong in a healthy energy system. And that something is a toxin. Toxins. Now toxins can be physical, such as certain foods, certain drinks, certain chemicals. Toxins can also be mental. Though if you would be in your unconditional loving state and somebody would come to you, whether physically or as a kind of internal wordless temptation, and would suggest to you, hey, take advantage of these people, control them. Yeah, they will serve you, you'll be on top. So you would think, yeah, right, buzz off. Well, that's when you're in your loving state. But when your self-defenses are cracked and a toxin is introduced, your energy system becomes fragmented, and you become kind of stoned, that your discernment of good and bad, and so to speak positive and evil, becomes impaired, even without you consciously realizing it. well, then if you're in such an fragmented, impaired state, and temptation comes to you, whatever the temptation may be, to take unloving advantage of somebody or do something unloving, then unwittingly or maybe wittingly you do so. So one of the toxins that cracks our self-defense system and that stones us, that make us impaired, even without us realizing it, is alcohol. Alcohol is one of the, or has one of the nastiest, most negative and trickiest energy in existence. It may look innocent physically. Hey, have a little sip of alcohol once a year to celebrate a new year, to celebrate a birthday, or celebrate new son, grandson, whatever. A little sip, what can it do? It can fuck you up grandously. It can create a lot of trouble. Even a little tiny drop of alcohol, it's not the physical liquid by itself, even that's toxic as well. It's the energy that's behind it. And the energy behind it is vast, ancient, and extremely toxic. And it can hide, it can change shapes, it can shapeshift, it can evade, it can split, it can play tricks, it can be hard to get rid of. So that is why the recommendation of all spiritual the recommendation of all spiritual schools, serious spiritual schools, and serious spiritual teachers is stay away from alcohol, stay away from drugs. That's a similar energy, if not the same. Stay away from this stuff completely, 100%, always. Not a drop. Don't even entertain it as a fantasy in your head, because that is in a way similar to drinking it or intaking it. Now, taking in alcohol doesn't have to be through drinking it. It can be through the skin, when alcohol is put in cosmetics, and it can be subconsciously. A person may not be drinking alcohol at all. Like certain religions ban alcohol, so those people may not drink alcohol at all. What's up? But alcohol can be taken in subconsciously as energy. So, and the person may not realize it. So, alcohol makes people angry. It attacks the liver, which is associated with anger, resentment, and so on. Makes people angry, vicious, and messes them up spiritually in a big way. And one of the biggest tricks of these negative energies is they set you against your own essence, against divine love. So you can disconnect from divine life, from divine love, from your own essence fairly easily, actually. And when that happens, can you imagine, your health goes down, you can get spiritually stuck for eons, or you can devolve. Now, the Bible reports that Christ turned water into wine, and also wine is offered in many churches during the, whatever you call it, whatever is the proper religious term for it, when people drink a little bit of red wine as a symbolic sign of drinking Christ's blood to be one with Christ. So even though, as Dr. David Hawkins revealed, this religious thing is overall very positive, the drinking of the wine itself is not. It's very toxic. And it's the suggestion in the Bible that Christ turned water into wine is a lie, it's bullshit, and it is one of the great successes of Luciferic energies. Luciferic, as has been revealed by enlightened people, means simply energies that twist truth, that out of positive, loving, they make unloving negative, and the victim of this doesn't even realize it. So they set you against yourself and can make you open to even more destructive energies. Look at the state of the world, how it is. Well, where does it come from? It doesn't come from God. Obviously it comes from negative energies. Obviously it comes from toxins. So if all this makes you feel uncomfortable, there is no need to despair, as the divine love is on your side, as long as you align with it, and as long as you invite it into your life, and you align with it. So if you've taken alcohol in, and 99% of people have, then the recommendation is drop it, stop it immediately. Now, Dr. David Hawkins says that the personal will may not be sufficiently strong to override the addiction to alcohol, even though you may drink alcohol, little beer here, little beer there, little wine, little glass of wine here, little glass of wine there. That is still addiction. That is still super toxic alcohol. Even very weak forms like beer and wine. So it has been revealed that the personal will may not be strong enough to overcome this addiction, this attraction to alcohol. But then there is the divine will, which is extremely powerful, and that can help you plow through it, push through it. Now, to invoke divine will, you obviously have to ask for it. For example, you can say, I am very grateful to the true self or to God for all the help I overcome attraction to alcohol, to detoxify it from my system and to stay from it forever. Amen, or awareness. And then it's important to be attuned to it and to continuously have it in the back of the head. And as you go through your life and these temptations of alcohol present themselves, and they do and they will, because the negative energies will not want to release you, will not want to let go of you. So continuously keep yourself within the intention of staying away from alcohol. Continuously keeping yourself, imagine yourself being illuminated by divine life, being illuminated by the true self, and that helping you stay away. And yes, you have to you have to suck it up and say no, no thanks. And the divine love can help you and does help you plow through it, stay away from it, as long as you are honest, sincere, and you stick to it. Honest, sincere, and stick to it. If you're as a wussy, well then, you have to man up or woman up. Of course, in addition to this, in addition to praying for divine protection and guidance, supplying your body with a lot of B vitamins and other nutrients, eating healthy, drinking healthy, going to chiropractor. Chiropractic is very helpful, very powerful, because it helps energize your nervous system. If you have the opportunity to go to a neuro-emotional technique, NET practitioner, neuro-emotional technique, the doctors trained in NET, they can be found through netmindbody.com website, netmindbody.com website. There is a practitioner finder link on top, and it's very well worth it, because it can NET can reveal these subconscious energies, stuck emotions due to alcohol and other stuff, and can help clear it. All right, so that's about it. Just be aware that if you pray for divine guidance and then you lapse, and then you go and take in alcohol, you're negating your prayer. So be aware of it. Talking is nice, but it has to be followed by action. All right, so that's it for this talk. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them below the video. Michael out.